You have to have the truth, and you have to have true doctrine if you want to know God and if you want to make it to heaven. If you want to be saved from this life, it has to be true. God is not okay with people saying false doctrine. Give me a follow and come check out all these doctrines that I set right, like the mark of the beast. The mark of the beast was the law in the first century. They couldn't buy and sell without it. It said, bind it upon their hand, let it be for frontlets between their eyes. It was a curse that Jesus had to fulfill. He came and fulfilled that in the first century. Sex was a sin in the garden. That's why the people that brought forth Jesus Christ had to be circumcised until Jesus Christ was born of a virgin, and then it was no longer about circumcision because he came to end sin. Jesus Christ already returned. Everything in the Bible already happened. Those were the days of vengeance whenever all things written were fulfilled. Some of them standing there didn't taste death until Jesus returned. The coming of the Lord was nigh. The book of Revelation was for the first century. It was about the destruction of Jerusalem, which was Mystery Babylon. In her was found all the blood of the prophets. O Jerusalem, Jerusalem, thou that killest the prophets and stonest them which are sent unto thee. All the blood of the prophets shall be required at the hands of this generation. Behold, your house is left unto you desolate. It meant the prophets would be fulfilled when the temple was destroyed. Israel was the beast. They were led away captive into all nations and fell by the edge of the sword. What did he say to the beast in Revelation? Hear what the Spirit says. You that kill with the sword shall be killed with the sword. You that lead into captivity shall go into captivity. The reign of Christ is not what you think. It's not 1,000 years. That's a bad translation. The reign of Christ is said what Jesus said while he was on earth. He said they would be given 12 thrones to judge the 12 tribes of Israel. This was the time of the judgment of the tribes during 66 to 70 AD until their whole way of life was destroyed. Their sacrifices were taken away, their genealogies, their priesthood, everything completely changed. The new heaven and new earth. There was no word earth back then. It meant a new land and heaven. There's never going to be an earthly kingdom, never an earthly city. It said they had here no continuing city. Great was their reward in heaven. If their earthly house of that tabernacle were dissolved, they had a home eternal where? Eternal in the heavens. If they were persecuted, great was their reward in heaven. Lay not up treasures on earth, but lay up treasures in heaven. If anybody says Jesus is back on earth, do not believe him. It's a heavenly Jerusalem, a mount that cannot be touched. The company of innumerable angels, they went up to heaven. That was their reward. It happened when old Jerusalem was destroyed. People may think that it's a small thing to have false doctrines and run around saying God said, and saying false doctrines, but it is not a small thing. You have to tell the truth. You have to have the truth. The Bible's not to us. Jesus isn't to us. He received a new name in heaven. Revelation 3:12, Revelation 19:12. That is not to us anymore. We live in a completely different time. The Bible was for their time, not for us. God's not okay with the false doctrine. You have to tell the truth to make it to heaven. I know God today. He did speak to me. Give me a follow. Check out my videos.